Unfortunately, I know now exactly in what kind of situation I'm in. One that I can't accept. One that no one should ever accept. This is a story that has already crossed all boundaries. And that's exactly why it won't be forgotten, no matter how hard anyone tries to make it fade away. I can't forget or ignore all that happened in the last 8 years. And I won't pretend it isn't there. The idea that this story could continue is unbearable, and I refuse to accept this fact until it finally comes to an end. And that's exactly why I need to explain my reasons for starting this channel and why I think it's so important and absolutely necessary. It's the eye-opening, painful experiences of the last 8 years. In this time, I ended up gaining a lot of experience I never intended to gain. I've developed along the way, and I've learned a lot about myself, the situation, and the story I've been part of for years. The story that keeps me bound no matter how hard I try to leave. The story I've become a part of without having a choice, and still am without ever choosing it. On this channel, I will ask questions, search for answers, and I will address topics that few dare to talk about. This channel is something very personal, something very emotional to me, where I speak about what has happened and still happening in my life, about what abuse of power and manipulation can do to people's lives, about what was systematically done with the last 8 years of my life and how it will affect my future. And I will give this story on this channel a voice, and above all, I will give this story on this channel a face. We all know that people always talk about the good things in life, success stories and happy moments. That's what counts.
Standing here at the border, the Berlin Wall is open. People are running, laughing, crying, hugging each other. You can feel it in the air. A whole nation is breathing a sigh of relief. This is history being made right in front of our eyes.
Unbelievable! Germany are world champions! The players are hugging each other. There are tears of joy and pride in the stands. The whole nation is celebrating. The excitement is off the charts. This is a moment to
I'm right in the heart of Cologne. Colorful costumes everywhere. Music, laughter, pure joy. The Tschechen are dancing, singing, and partying in the streets. It feels like the whole city is bursting with happiness.
But what about the other side, the experiences no one dares to talk about?
When people in leadership abuse their power, the workplace becomes a heavy burden. Bullying by bosses leaves deep emotional scars, and many stay silent out of fear. What happens behind? More and more employees are speaking out about constant surveillance. Some even say they're being stalked outside of work hours. When employers turn control into an obsession, respect and trust.
No job, no income, no prospects. Unemployment often hits people suddenly and hard. And what follows isn't just financial stress, but a deep sense of doubt about your own worth. When the bank account is empty and every bill feels like a threat, a silent struggle begins for many. Debt, shame, and feeling stuck. Millions are living on the edge. But with awareness, support, and courage, there is a way out of the crisis. When stress is deliberately created through pressure, control, or emotional abuse, it's not just the mind that suffers. The body goes into constant alert mode. The immune system breaks down, and the risk of serious illness grows.
That's exactly what this is about. The things that are often kept quiet, the dark side, the hard realities, the inconvenient facts that people experience, often without having a choice. In this channel, you will find open, unfiltered conversations about shocking circumstances, about things most people would rather ignore, things that even I tried to ignore for a long time, hoping they would disappear, only to realize they are not going to go away. And I realized there's absolutely no hope that these things will ever disappear. Because let's be honest, even in Germany, a developed and democratic country and a advanced and free society, some people still think they can do whatever they want. You can find companies with no limits. There are people who believe they have unlimited freedom to do whatever they please. And they truly believe they are even above the law, and issues remain hidden. There are people who systematically destroy the lives of others and believe it's justified. And many stories remain untold. But these stories need to be told, and they need to be heard, and we need to talk about these companies and about these individuals, because we live in a developed, democratic and free society, and not in a long forgotten past. I'll show you every single mistake I made in this story, no matter how small, and the reasons behind them. But I also show you what was done with them. And most importantly, and what really matters, is how that was used and twisted, and how much it influenced everything that followed and still does today. We're going to look at every little thing and go through all of details. I really do my best not to miss anything. This is also your chance to get to know me, to truly see what kind of person I am, to understand why I am the way I am. And this is also your chance to form your own opinion, which is very important. You will realize that this is more than just a channel, just a talk. This is my reality, my personal story, honest and, believe me, completely unfiltered. And I'm confident that I'm not alone with my story. And that's why you are also invited to be a part of this conversation. We'll talk, we'll present a side of the story that most people can't even imagine. We'll look at the reasons behind this, and we'll analyze why these issues still exist today. We'll break down the exact methods and psychology behind them and explore where all of this could lead. Together, we'll dig deep. We'll research, we'll ask the hard questions, the ones no one wants to ask, questions that no one is allowed to ask. We'll search the facts, and in the end, we'll find answers. There's a lot to do, and we are starting right now. In the very next video, we'll take a look at a company you've definitely heard of. We'll take a closer look at the German railway company, the Deutsche Bahn. We'll track its development from the beginning to today. But above all, we focus on one question: what problems is this company currently facing? And if you think the biggest problem is what most people would assume, trust me, you are wrong. The real issue lies somewhere else. But that's exactly what makes this company so remarkable. It's doing absolutely everything it can to overcome these challenges. Later, we'll break down the exact strategies and methods it's using to solve its biggest problems. We'll see how much time and energy is being invested and what sacrifices are being made. And we'll take a very close look at the role I play in this whole story. So let's go. Glad to have you here. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe so you don't miss anything, because one thing is for sure, it's going to be exciting, it's going to be shocking, and it's going to be interesting, promise. Thank you for watching. I can't wait to see you in the next video. Oh, and before I forget, you can watch this channel in German, English and Croatian if this is easier for you, simply because the topics on this channel are so important. See you next time.